Okay, my lipstick is very important, so I gotta get it on here. Welcome, God, like our sister Blessed is in the place, and so too is Sister Wisdom. Watch out, we CAD them, or CAD, you know. But welcome into the live, guys. Thank you all so much for coming. You all have made me so conscious of my the intensity of my voice, the intensity of my excitement when I come on here. Because I'm talking about, oh Lord, Trev, you're loud. Well, guess what, guys? We'll get used to it. We'll get earplugs here, man, because I get super excited when I come on my live and I see all my dear friends, all of my travelers, everybody from the Unstoppable family rolling up, new friends, old friends, premature friends, enemies, everybody. Them stand up outside peeping in and them now look and them a cut them eye and them a say, watch her now, I go like say she all that, yeah, she all that, and then some. 5 minutes later, she's still all that. And if you don't like it, shut your eyes. Yeah! Do I irritate your spirit with just my presence? Too bad. Do you love me just the way I am? Welcome. Thank you so much for Mission Boo in the place. How are you doing, my sister? So good to see you. Thank you all so much for coming. This is the Thursday evening live of Trevessence Unstoppable. As those of you who have been here for a while are aware, this is our Swords in Hand / Bible trivia, which we do try to do every Thursday, no matter what. Yes. If you are just coming into the live, if you are just discovering my channel, on my channel, we do a myriad of things. Join us and you will see we do just about everything. Everything in my life, everything that I do, everywhere I go, I share it with you. It's a pity I don't go too many places except work and home. But I do a lot of gardening. I do gardening. You can see what I do with my gardening, with my shopping. And we do Swords in Hand and other little game trivias over here. It's just a fun place for me to be, to share information on, you know, what's going on in the world, which I should be doing more of, but you all do understand what this life entails. You know, sometimes you're able to do a lot, sometimes not. You know, I'm good, love, just the way you are, don't you? There you go, Mishibu. There you go, my love. Just like that. Just like that, my sister. So for those of you who have never played Swords in Hand / Bible trivia, I know there are lots of people out there who do not have a clue. Well, let me tell you what you need to join us to participate in our game every Thursday. You need a book, Bible, or your Google Bible. If you have neither of those, is my face not showing well? I just gotta make sure my logo show back there, right, guys? See? Yeah, the Trevessence logo. There you go. All right. So you can put, okay, sweetheart. Okay, Misha Boo says she's gonna help her son with homework, so she's gonna turn down so that he can focus. Wonderful. Fantastic, mommy. Yes. Son's homework comes first. Yes. We have to pour into our children what we want to flow out of them when they become adults. There you go. Great job, mommy. So welcome into the live, guys. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is a good time to do so. What you waiting for? Quit talking about you know like her. You don't have to like me to subscribe. Oh my gosh, you don't have to. There's no law that says you must like me before you subscribe. All right. But welcome, thank you. There is my boo in the chat. Joseph is here. Oh, how are you doing, my boo? Happy everything. How are you and everyone? You know, say in a start yet though, Joseph. The live just started, so you don't really miss much. It's just me rambling off here with my rambling. Welcome to you all, and thanking you all for your unending support. I sincerely, guys, you all don't know how grateful I am for you all's support and love and motivation and assistance, and you name it. I have been the beneficiary of so much love from people that I've never even touched. And I do hope that sometimes when I am out and about in the streets of social media, and I am stumbling over all kinds of different content, that I do not offend anybody when I stop to engage. Sometimes some of the content is really, gut stirring and stuff. I've been trying my very best to not respond the way I feel, but respond the way I think the other person feels. I'm not sure if that makes too much sense, but at least for me, it is some sort of a calming influence to say, you know what, this person might not be having the best of days, if you know what I mean. So if I really say how I feel about that person, it might just make it worse. So I hope that in my journey, I have not kicked any sand in anybody's coffee. Okay? So thank you all so much for being here, my friends. If you have not yet gotten your book Bible or your Google Bible, you know that you can always go back on my channel, either of the channels, either on Trevessence Unstoppable or on the other channel called Fabible, Fabible. Yes, you can go on either of those channels and listen to the weekly narrations of 4 chapters. This week, I narrated Leviticus chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, because that's where the questions are going to come from for this week. This week, I wanted to do this with a twist, but by golly, guys, you all know, we're going to have to work on that and get it going for future programs. But for today, it was not going to be, I wasn't going to be able to put it together in time and all that it required. So I left it like that. Welcome into the live SBART 22. And we are other person you allow me name, like it, and I don't know is who. Welcome SBART 22. The way you allow me name, like it. I don't even know you. Anyway, guys. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for coming into the live. Are you ready to play Swords in Hand? Where is Winsome? And we still have to say congrats to Cad. Cad, I know I owe you. I know I owe you. I never forget when I owe people. Oops. I think the fan spilled something in my eye. Okay. There we go. Thank you so much for coming in, SBART. Oh, the fan spilled something in my eye. Maybe a piece of dust or something. Okay. But welcome again, guys. Get you your book Bible or get you your Google Bible. We are going to be going over Leviticus chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 tonight. Hold on, guys. Let me fix the funny because it's funny. Something in my eye and I'm not sure what it is, but anyway, here we go. Okay, that's better. All right, so here we are again, guys. Another Thursday evening. Who else is here? Who else is here who is going to be playing? Cad was our winner last week. Let's see who is going to be our winner this week. Guys, you already have a leg up because you have the narrations so you don't have to read it yourself. You can just listen to it while you're taking a shower, listen to it while you're driving, listen to it when you are in bed, listen to it when you're just sitting on the couch. You can listen to it. You don't have to read it yourself. And I hope I'm doing a good job at reading it so you all can understand it, what it is saying. Even though for this Bible here, you have to read this thing over and over and over again sometimes to get the understanding of what it is really saying. And even after reading it over and over, sometimes you are still like, what was he talking about? And so even with the context, if you have not read, say, the chapter before or the verses ahead of the verse that you are currently reading, you will not be able to fit that verse into the context of what is being spoken about and who is speaking and to whom they are speaking. So indeed, this book, I tell you, is very complex. Very complex. Yeah. There we go. So come on in, guys, and let us get ready to start. We don't have a long time this evening because, you know, this is the Thursday when I go to the place that pays the majority of the bills. Yeah. Right. So I'm going to have to end the live around 6:10, around there. Right, so that I can go to work. But come on in. If you are ready to play, let me know that you are ready to play so we can begin. Let me put the banner to run at the bottom. Guys, you know, you can always, there we go. There you go. You know, our channel also does take donation. There is my Cashapp right there. There is the phone number if you want to join the Trevessence group on WhatsApp. You are free to do so. Follow me on Facebook. Well, Facebook is another story. Facebook keeps on blocking me every 2 days, so I'm not sure what's going on with them. And then I tried to open a new account. And when I opened that account, I tried sending friend requests to the people I have on the old account. And Facebook keeps telling me, oh, you're sending requests to people you don't know. You know, these are people that I talk to all the time, either online or on the phone. But some of them are people that I know personally. And Facebook keeps telling me, oh, I'm not supposed to be sending requests to people I don't know. But I'm going to show you all something, guys. I might be a little bit off topic, but let me show you all something. While Facebook is sending me notifications to say I shouldn't be sending requests to people I don't know, even though I know these people. Let me show you what Facebook be doing to me. Now I want you all to look at these names. And y'all tell me if you all think I know those people. Facebook has sent me 460 of these people. Those look like real accounts to y'all. Those don't look like real accounts at all. They don't look like real accounts. They don't look like real accounts that Facebook be sending me. All of these, hundreds of them, Facebook be sending me. And then they are telling me that I am sending requests to people I don't know. I don't know where they go pick up these people from. They encouraging those people to send me a call. So I'm having a hard time with Facebook as we speak at the moment. But nothing shall stop us. We shall continue. We shall continue no matter what. All right. So guys, ready or not, we are going to be starting the Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia. Get you your Bible and let us begin. Get you your Bible and let us begin. We are doing the trivia this evening from Leviticus chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the book of Leviticus, these 4 chapters here, the Lord was speaking to Moses. He told Moses, we saw in the chapters before from Exodus up to the end of Exodus, where he was telling Moses about where Moses got the commandments, where he was talking to Moses about, how he should get the children of Israel to donate their gold and silver and all of their precious stones to build the tabernacle. And then not just to build the tabernacle, but to also decorate it and also to make the robes for the priests. And the priest was anointed Aaron and Aaron's sons. And now over in Leviticus, he's telling Moses how the children of Israel were supposed to atone for their sins. So if you want peace, you need a peace offering. If you sin, you need an offering for sinning. It seemed like their entire lives were, encased with offerings. It's like every single thing they did. I can't imagine. That has to be like a toxic existence. And I don't use the word toxic like that, but for you to be always looking over your shoulder. Oh, shoops, did I sin? Oh, shoops, what did I say? Oh, shoops, what did I do? And if you said something you shouldn't have said, if you did something you shouldn't have done, you had to offer. You have to make an oblation, and an oblation is an offering. So can you imagine all day long there had to be a long line of people at the tabernacle, because there's absolutely no way they could go on without sinning. So can you imagine at the tabernacle every day probably look like an immigration office, like an immigration office in the 1990s, with everybody wrapped around the building from 4 o'clock in the morning, wrapped around, everybody waiting with their little turtle dove under their arm, their little ram goat, their little lamb, their little bull up on a rope, whatever the case is, waiting to be forgiven, waiting to be forgiven of their sins. And I am so happy I did not live in that time, because trust me, I would have run out of oblations a long time ago. I would have run out of offerings, long time ago. I would not have enough offering. There wouldn't be enough offering. There wouldn't be enough offering. There wouldn't be enough turtle dove. There wouldn't be enough pigeons. There would not be enough cows, bulls, goats, sheep for me to offer for my sins. So we are going to be grateful. We have to be grateful that we no longer have to live in those times, because I can only imagine how scary and unrealistic those times were. But anyway, we are going to be moving right along. What happened to the chat? Anybody else in the chat? Come on, guys, say something in the chat. Let's interact in the chat. Let us interact with each other in the chat, guys. All right, but we're moving forward. Those of you who are here, join in with me. Those of you who are not here, you will catch the replay. All right. And the first question, true or false? The people, the children of Israel, were forced to bring their offerings. The children of Israel were forced to bring their offerings. Is that true or false? Is that true or false, my friends? The children of Israel were forced to bring their offerings. Going once, going twice. And I am going to be, I'm using my minute timer this time, guys, because I got to get through these questions before I got to go, you know where. So if y'all don't answer within the minute, then I give another question. I give you the answer, give another question, and we move forward. Okay? True or false? The people were forced to bring their offerings. Were the children of Israel forced to bring their offerings? Were the children of Israel forced? Okay, there we go. Okay. Were the children of Israel forced to bring their offering, guys? Let's see. Okay, nobody has answered in that minute. The answer is no. The children of Israel were never forced to bring their offering. They were encouraged, but they were never forced to bring their offering. Next question. I am bringing my offering, but I have oil and frankincense on my offering. What kind of offering is that? If I have oil and frankincense on my offering, what kind of offering is it? Going once, going twice. All right, guys, we know that there were different types of offering. There were peace offering, sin offering, meat offering, lots of different offering. So and there were specifications as to how the offering should be handled, what kind of offering it should be before it can be accepted as an oblation for whatever reason it was being brought. So my question to you is, if this offering that I have oil, I have to put oil and frankincense on it. I put oil and frankincense on it. What kind of offering is it? You can find the answer if you are on the book of Leviticus. Check out chapter 2. All right, we are giving you 1 minute. 1 minute for somebody to type the answer in the chat. I don't understand how comes I don't see nobody typing in the chat. It's okay. Not. Where is Winsome? Winsome, where are you? Look who just rolled up. Silver, what's going on? How are you doing, my love? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. How are you doing? You have your Bible, Silver. I know, so you know your Bible from the front to the back to the front. I said, guys, the fan seems like it sent a piece of dust in my eye, and my eyes just, yeah. But anywho, welcome. Okay. All right. Good to see you, Silver. How are you doing? When I'm done with this, you and I gotta talk. When Swords in Hand is done. Oh, you busy now? Okay. Okay. I'll call you when Swords in Hand is over. We got something to talk about, okay? Don't forget, if I don't call you, call me or text me. All right, the minute has passed, guys. So according to Leviticus chapter 2, verse 1, and when any will offer a meat offering unto the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it and put frankincense upon it. So when you put frankincense and oil upon your offering, it is a meat offering. Okay. Next question. Okay. Next question. Now, this is not a question. In Leviticus chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, where do we find the verse that says, and he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. The fat thereof and the whole rump, it shall be taken off hard by the backbone, and the fat that covereth the inwards. Where is that verse? Okay. Where is the verse that says, and he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord? Come, guys, going once, going twice. I'm giving you, for this one, I'm giving you 2 minutes to respond. So when 4:30 comes my time, we will give the answer and move on. Where in Leviticus chapter 1, 2, 3, or 4 can I find the verse that says, and he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat thereof, and the whole rump? The fat thereof and the whole rump, guys. Where can we find that verse? Where can we find that verse, guys? If you flip your Bible open, you should be able to find it in Leviticus 1, 2, 3, or 4. Does anybody remember? Can anybody find it in their book? Did anybody remember hearing me read it? Can anybody find it on their Google Bible? Okay, going once, going twice. Going once, going twice. Oops. I'll read it for you one last time. And he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat thereof, and the whole rump. And that is just part of that verse. All right. And that verse is taken from Leviticus chapter 3 and verse 9. Leviticus chapter 3 and verse 9. All right, we are moving right along. Next question. What body organs are being mentioned in these 4 chapters? What body organs are being mentioned as part of the sacrifices? What body organs are being mentioned? In these 4 chapters, 2 body parts kept being mentioned. Using the fat off of these body parts was what? Hello, Chris. Christine is here. How are you, Christine? How are you doing, Christine? Hope you not twist your ankle, you know. Hope you not twist your ankle. I see Christine just rushy like. How are you doing, my love? Thank you so much for coming. We are on question number 4. There were two particular organs that were mentioned repeatedly. These 2 organs were mentioned repeatedly in Leviticus chapters 1 to 4. I'm good, my love. So good to see you as always. So good to see you. Yes, guys. There are 2 organs that were mentioned repeatedly in these 4 chapters as being used as part of the sacrifices. What 2 organs were those? What 2 body organs were those that were mentioned repeatedly? They're mentioned in every one of, in all 4 chapters. These 2 organs were mentioned. All right. I'm giving you all 1 minute to come up with that answer. What two organs of the body were mentioned repeatedly as being part of the sacrifice? Peace offering, peace sacrifice, peace offering, sin offering, meat offering, all of this. What two organs of the body were mentioned repeatedly? Repeatedly, the Lord told Moses, you got to take the fat off of this, you got to take the fat off of that and burn it on the fire for a sweet aroma. Oh my! Christine said the kidneys and the heart. You know, so you're only partially right though, Sister Christine. Only one of those is correct. Only one is correct, sister. Only one is correct. So fix it up and come again. Fix it up and come again. But there are two sets of organs. There are two organs in the body that are mentioned repeatedly. The Lord kept telling Moses that they should use the fat off of these two organs to burn on the fire on the altar for the sweet incense. Because you know when you roast meat, when you roast fat, that smell, that is supposed to be sweet incense for the Lord. I guess the Lord likes smell roast flesh, roast meat. Yeah. So tell me, Sister Christine, where's Winsome? Winsome! We don't say kind of early for Winsome because it's like 3:30 now. It's like 3:30 now for Winsome. Yes, guys. You're coming again, Sister Christine? All right. So the answer for that is going to be the kidneys and the liver. The kidneys and the liver. Those are mentioned repeatedly. And what did the Bible call the fat above the liver? What did the Bible call the fat above the liver? Who remember? What, according to the Bible, what is the name of the fat that is found above the liver? Who remembers? Yard foods! Yard food, thumbs up the live, guys. Share out the live. Thank you so much. Yard food, you don't eat the curry turkey neck. Lord of mercy. And the knees, very yard foods. Oh my gosh. You know how long we don't eat one kneesberry? Yeah, in Miami, me saw one neighbor have one kneesberry tree. Yeah, we could have get two kneesberry. Every now and then we get two kneesberry. But you know, for this a place I don't get a Jesus thing. Everything me have to buy a kneesberry and something what me see. Yo, long time you eat. Want to the burger? You eat on the burger too? Oh my word, yard foods. Yeah, eat up your food, you know. Yeah, eat up your food. Me see you yard food. Me see you, man. What is the name? Yeah, that's how me know you're my friend, you know. That's how me know you're my friend. If promises are comfort to you know what, you know. Trust me, I would take me not even take a bar, me not take a piece. The other day I went to the Caribbean store and they had kneesberry. Me no say Miami them get kneesberry from. Me not ask nobody. Me not ask Christ. Me see them with kneesberry for $6.99 a pound. Me like, what are them people here? Me not buy it, me sorry. I'm sorry, I can't afford it. I not buy it. Yeah, move it when I go further. Me beg my neighbor. But you two of them supper deal then, please. Yeah, me rather go beg you, but me can't afford to buy 699. And you know, so when you pick knees very ripe on your quick, especially if they're really full. And for them, I don't know what them do to them, the knees very, if you travel with them from wherever. And them have a ripe one. So one side have a ripe and the other side stay tough. No, so I don't want that. But anyway, come on, guys. Tell me what the name the Bible called the fat above the liver. What the Bible called the fat above the liver? Shelev? Oh. What up, Sister Chris? Is that a different name from is that a different name that is that a different name from a different place? Shelev? I'm looking it up because I've never seen the name before. me say Christine, you're not easy, Christine, you're not easy, I so love you. I so appreciate you. Because I have never heard the word before, the Shelev. I've never heard the name before. But apparently the shovel and the call is supposed to be the same thing. Or what it says here, the Shelev, or what is also known as sweat. I don't know if it's pronounced sweat or sway, is the animal's fat that the Torah prohibits Jews and Israelites from eating. Only the shalev of animals that are of the sort from which offerings can be brought to the tabernacle. And even though we are not offering we are not doing offerings anymore. Well, I don't know. Do people do peace offerings and stuff still in some religions? I don't know. But that Shalev, thank you so much. That is a new word for me. Mama Joy is in the place. Hey, Mama Joy, how you doing? Good to see you. Mama Joy is in the place. And oh my gosh, look at Shelly. The boss is here as well. Welcome into the light, Shelly the boss. Guys, don't have to shape up on the socks. Pull up on the socks and put up on the shoes, because when Shelly the boss roll up in the place, Christine, your biggest competition just roll up. But anyway, Christine, I'm going to accept that Shalev for you. I'm going to accept that Shalev just because it's you, Christine. Honestly speaking, I'm going to accept that Shalev. So guys, we just learned a new word. Thanks to Sister Christine right there. The word is it Shalev or Shevel? Shalev? Let me make sure I pronounce it right. Shalev, yes. Shalev, Chelev. And that is the fat on the animal. So this fits in well with what is written in this King James version of the Bible. Yes, because in this King James version of the Bible, it calls the fat above the liver the caul. C-A-U-L. That's what it calls it. And thanks to Christine, we now learn a new word. That's why you see learning is so much fun. Learning is so much fun. But anyway, we are going to, let me see. I use the word. All right, Mama Joy, you're gonna play for Shirley tonight. I used to work in a Jewish home for many years, and I learned it from there. There you go. You see, in all our walks of life, we are going to be learning stuff. We are going to be learning in no matter what circumstance we are in. You see that? There you go. And it has worked out well for you in this Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia. I'm going to give you that one, my sister. All right, we are moving right along. Of all the sacrifices that people were encouraged to bring, which sacrifice should not be cut up? Which sacrifice should not be cut up? So of all the sacrifices that the people were instructed to bring, oh, Joy sewing a pair of pants. What? Go, Mama Joy. Mama Joy is sewing a pair of pants. Mama Joy, it's been years since we left Jamaica. I don't make a blouse. I don't make a pants. I don't make a dress. I have not made a whole suit. I don't even, all I make is like, stitch up curtain, stitch up for like a cushion or something like that. I made a ton of masks during mask season. That's all I'm gonna do. My word. And look at Aja Boo is in the where the Aja Boo. Where my lipstick there? Where my lipstick? Where my lipstick? Where my lipstick there? All right. Aja Boo, what's up? What's up, Aja Boo? How are you doing, my friend? So good to see you. Thank you so much. Oh, what Mama Joyce, I let my daughter tell you that I can't see well. All right, guys, so since y'all are here, I need an answer to the question of all the offerings that the children of Israel were encouraged to bring to the altar. Which offering was not supposed to be cut up? Which one? Talk to me. Yeah, Jabba saying there, you're there, you're there, you're there. All right. How Rasta dread go on. I used to make all 5 girls' uniform, and for other kids, they were all in high school. There you go, Mama Joy. Yes, yes. I learned sewing since I was itsy bitsy. I learned to sew. First, me start with mommy. Mommy was a seamstress. Always making uniform for the whole community. Everybody, I bring them uniform. Come on, Miss Millie, for me. And I started learning to hem and, stitch kerchief and cut out the clothes and make for the dolly and all these things. And when I became an adult, when I graduated high school, one of the first things I said I need to learn to do, I didn't learn to sew from my mom, like to make a full dress, because I just always thought I needed it to be more structured. My mom had learned to sew when she was younger, but then it seemed like she had a gift for it. So you can tell her what you want, and she'll just put it there, cut it, sew it, and it's just the same. And it's just like how you wanted it. For me, though, I needed a little bit of structure. I tell you about the artistry. My brain don't work, don't work that well when it comes to artistry like that. So I needed a little bit more structure to do the dressmaking. So I sent myself to sewing school. There was a lady in St. Anne's called Miss what should the name again? She had a sewing school she used to keep every day, every weekday for a year. You went there from 5 in the evening until 9. I don't remember her name. But I went to her sewing school. Once I left high school, I'm going to learn to sew, buy my machine. Yeah? And sewed and sewed and sewed. And Miss Emming, she did name, right? That's what she did name. Papa B, Miss Emming. She had a sister named Joan. She had a sister named Joan, used to work with her, used to help to teach the classes. That's what she did name. I don't remember what she did name. Is that lady? Miss, I don't remember. I don't remember what her name was. If I Miss Emin. No, not Miss Emin. No, not Miss Emin. I know Miss Emin used to have a school where the people used to wear like the green dress, that green colored dress with like the scarf in the front. Yes, I know Miss Emin used to have that school. Oh, that's it. Oh, you learn with Miss Emin. You talked to with Miss Emin. Yeah, Miss Emin. I heard of Miss Emin's school, but no, Miss Emin's school used to be kept in the daytime, and our students usually wear the like greenish color, greenish grayish color uniform with a scarf. Yeah. No, I didn't go to her. I went to, I can't remember that lady's name. I can't remember her name. Yeah, yes, Miss Emmings was in the day, and this other lady, she used to have them in the evenings. So her classes used to be from 5 until 9. So I went to her to learn to sew. All right, let us move right along. Nobody answered the question yet, guys. So I'm going to give the answer because remember, guys, may have to go to work, so we don't have the whole time. The sacrifice that should not be cut up was the fowl sacrifice. The fowl sacrifice is the one that should not be cut up. Next question. If you are offering a fowl sacrifice, what fowls could you use? If you were offering a fowl sacrifice, what fowls could you use? Name me the 2 kinds of fowls that you could use to offer a fowl sacrifice. Name me the 2 kinds of fowls that you could use to offer a fowl sacrifice. Because guys, if you're senior, have to find something to offer for your senior now. So you can either offer a bull, a little baby bull. You can offer a baby goat, male or female, depending on who you are, who have sinned. You can offer a baby sheep. You can offer fowl. You can offer meat offering. You could offer corn. There are so many things you are allowed to offer. And Shelly the boss is in the house. Yes, Shelly, you can offer turtle doves or pigeons. Yes, the 2 of them, either turtle dove or pigeon, you're able to offer. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. By this time, the like button should have been up there, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, you can offer the fowls that you can offer, either turtle doves or pigeons. And Shelly the boss got that one correct. If my offering is made of fine flour with oil, where was it baked? Because remember, guys, even when you are offering, when you are presenting your offering, there are so many restrictions for you to follow before your offering can be accepted. It was absolutely ridiculous. If your offering was baked in an oven, it's a different kind of offering. If it was cooked over a fire, it was a different kind of offering. If you made your offering in a frying pan, it was a different kind of offering. Everything had to be so specific. And without that specificity, your sins were not forgiven. Oh my God! Ageable said it up. Said it up. Shelly the boss got that one already, ageable. All right. So my next question is, wait there. My offering is made with fine flour and oil. Where was it baked? Oh, I didn't say it. Yeah, turtle dove and pigeon. Yes, Chris. Turtle dove and pigeon was one answer. If your offering was made with fine flour and oil, where was that offering baked for it to be accepted? If it was made with fine flour and oil, Where was it baked for it to be? Where it had to be baked for it to be accepted? If it's made with fine flour and oil, guys, we are in the Bible. We are in the Bible. The Bible is kind of ancient. So I'm a little ancient here, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm a little ancient here. Guys, measure my tea. Measure my tea out of the milk can. It's alright. It's alright. Ain't no big deal. Y'all know, so when you come, y'all go and get the good, bad, the ugly, and the crazy of Trev. Yeah, you get it all. I can only be me, guys. I can't be anybody else. So if you want me to be wearing my stiff jacket all day long, it can't happen. Them days are over. Oh, never drink out of milk can yet. You know, you have a little bit of milk left in there, so just pour the hot water in it and make the tea in it. It's not a crime. Yeah, just drink the tea. All right. There it is. All right. Anybody get the answer? I'm telling you where to find the answer. Find the answer in Leviticus chapter 2 and verse 7. Let me show us. Let me get that right. Chapter 2 and verse 7. All right. It does say there where the offering had to be baked. If it was an offering of fine flour and oil. Any offering that is of fine flour and oil had to be baked in a, nobody coming up with the answer, it had to be baked in a frying pan. And if thy oblation, an oblation is an offering, be a meat offering baked in a frying pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil. So if you get something made with fine flour oil, you bake it in a frying pan, that can be considered a meat offering. All right. Next question. Well, this is a did you know? Did you know that even roasted green corn could be used as an offering? Yes, even roasted green corn. So you can imagine, so the poor people, because since they lived off the land, a lot of people probably use roasted green corn, but the richer ones, yeah, the richer ones probably had to bring their bullocks and sheep and goat and all those things. But roast green corn can be used also, could be used as offering. Next question is, at what coordinate to the altar should the feathers of the fowl offering be caught? Yes, Sister Joy. Yes, they could even use roasted green corn. Could be used as well as an offering. At what coordinate? Guys, you know we have the coordinates east, west, north, and south. At what coordinate to the altar should the feathers of the bird be thrown? So when they offer the bird offering, like the turtle dove or the pigeon, you know, in the Bible it says you're supposed to wring the neck and then pick off the feathers. But you have to put the feathers at a specific spot at the altar. At what coordinate to the altar? This is the altar. You have the east of the altar, the west of the altar, the north and the south of the altar. Those are the coordinates. So at what coordinate of the altar should the feathers be thrown? Yeah, with all of this, guys, I'm just getting a picture in my head of what it must be like inside of that tabernacle supposed to be stink. Nothing, sir. I don't know why it's just going over and over in my mind that the inside of the altar is supposed to be stink with all those animals that they're coming in killing in there, all that blood that they're sprinkling and pouring, all of that roasted meat smell, all of that incense smell and frankincense smell, and I can imagine. Somebody says in the east. Yes, to the east of the altar. And if you think I am lying, check out Leviticus chapter 1 and verse 16. And he shall pluck away his crop with his feathers and cast it beside the altar on the east part. There we go. So Mama Joy got that one. On the east is where the feathers were supposed to have been placed. And while we are on coordinates, let's stay with the coordinates. What coordinates to the altar should the goats and sheep be slaughtered? The goats and the sheep are their specific area where they were supposed to be slaughtered. At what coordinate to the altar should the goats and the sheep be slaughtered? Let's go, guys. At what coordinate to the altar should the goats and the sheep be slaughtered? The west side, no, Mama Joy, not quite. Okay, guys. To what coordinate, at what coordinate to the altar were the goats and the sheep slaughtered? Where? Shelly the boss says on the north side. Yes, Shelly. On the north side. And that is found in Leviticus chapter 1 and verse 11. And he shall kill it on the side of the altar northward before the Lord. Yes, Leviticus 1 and verse 11. There you go. There you go, Shelly the boss. There you go, Mama Joy. Okay. What parts of the animals should be put on the fire? What part of the animal should be put on the fire for this sacrifice? What part of the animals? After they had slaughtered the animal, after they had slaughtered, say, a bullock, what part of the bullock should be put on the fire? What part of the animal should be put on the fire? Yes. Yes, Mama Joy said in one. Shelly says the head. All right, that is partially right, Shelly. That is partially right. It is the head and what other part of the animal to be put on the fire? According to chapter 1, verse 8. Chapter 1 and verse 8. What parts of the animal should they lay on the fire? Going once, going twice, going, soon be gone, close to being gone. I even gave you the chapter and the verse. Leviticus chapter 1 and verse 8. There you go, Mama Joy. The head and the fat. Said the head and the fat. And what part of the animal shall be washed with water? What part of the animal shall be washed with water? What part of the animal shall be washed with water prior to it being offered? Come, guys, what part of the animal shall be washed with water? The leg, yes, Shelly. Mama Joy says the inward and the leg. Yes, Mama Joy. Yes, Mama Joy came in. Yes, and when it says the inwards, it is talking about the inside of the animal, all the organs inside of the animal and the legs should be washed with water. But the fat of the animal and the head, they have got to put on the fire. They can put on the fire like that. But the inside and the legs have to be washed. All right, Mama Joy got that one. Next question. If the offering is a burnt sacrifice from a herd, what should it be? If your burnt offering, your offering is a burnt sacrifice of herd, what kind of animal should it be? That's kind of ambiguous. If the offering is a burnt sacrifice of herd, what shall it be? A herd, the herd of cattle. So I am going to assume that based on what it's saying here in chapter 1 and verse 3, it shall be there you go, Shelly, male, an unblemished male. Yes, an unblemished male. When is a female, wait, Mama Joy kind of a bit backwards. They're behind. No, not turtle dove. When is a female? When is a female goat appropriate for an offering? Let me see how many of you listened to the narration or read it yourself or knew it long time ago. When is a female goat appropriate as an offering? A female goat or a female lamb? When is a female animal appropriate as an offering? When is a female goat or lamb, a female animal appropriate as an offering? That's my question. When is a female, before it had any young ones? Yeah, Mama Joy, you are right. You are right. Before, when it was considered to be pure and pristine before it had given birth. Yes, Mama Joy, that is correct. But I'm going to follow that up with another question. Who among the people could offer a female animal for their atonement? Who among the people, oh, you got it, Mama Joy. Who among the people could offer a female animal for atonement of their sins? Who? Who among the people? Winsome, but you was here early, you know, Winsome. I saw you, you know, Winsome. I saw you, you know, Winsome. And you come and you peep and you run, we go back. And I say, we Winsome, they kind of too early for you. Who among the people could offer a female animal as atonement for their sins? Who among the people could offer a female animal for atonement of their sins? No, not Aaron. Not Aaron. Which, yes, we told me kind of late. I've just maybe like 5 questions to go. There you go, Shelly, the boss. Ordinary people. Yes, Shelly, ordinary people. So ordinary people like me and you, if we committed a sin, we can always grab one female goat or like a female lamb to atone for our sins. The ordinary people could offer a female goat or a female lamb for atonement for their sin. But if you are a ruler, like Aaron was a ruler, what did he have to offer as atonement for his sin? So if I learn at the days now and the president or the ex-president them sin, what would they have to offer as an atonement for their sin? What should the rulers give for their sins? What should their offering be as an atonement for their sins? Check it out in Exodus chapter 4. Exodus chapter 4 and verse 22. Exodus chapter 4 and verse 22. What offering the rulers are supposed to give? One lamp? Winsome, a lamp, you say a lamp. What's wrong with you, Winsome? I know say you're joke style now, so you maybe. Hey, sister Winsome. Your ram too rough, you know, Winsome. What offering should the ruler give for his sin? It can be found in chapter 4 and verse 22. Let me make sure so my Bible is saying the right thing. Let me see. Verse 22, when a ruler has sinned, he shall be found this thing. Oh, verse 23. Verse 20, it is verse 23. Chapter 4, a kid of a goat. Yes, Mama Joy. Chapter 4 and verse 23, 22 to 23 says, when a ruler hath sinned and done somewhat through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord his God concerning things which should not be done, and is guilty of, or if his sin wherein he hath sinned come to his knowledge, he shall bring his offering, a kid of the goats, a male without blemish. Verse 22 to 23 gives us the full context of that. Yes, Mama Joy got that one. Got that one correct. Next question. Okay. And if the priest sinned, yes, Chris, you are correct. You are correct. You are correct. Next question. If the priest sinned, say Aaron was the priest. So if the priest sinned, how many times should the appointed priest sprinkle the blood of the sacrifice for his atonement? How many times should the appointed priest sprinkle the blood of the sacrifice for the priests who have sinned? How many times? So if you and I, Mama Joy, you are a priest, and so am I, and you sin, and you bring your offering to me, how many times do I have to sprinkle the blood of your offering for you to be sanctified? Yeah. Christine said 3 times. Winsome said 4 times. None of them is correct. None of them is correct, sisters. How many times does the priest have to sprinkle the blood of the offering to redeem another priest of his sins? How many times? Seven times. Yes, Mama Joy. 7 times. Chapter 4 and verse 6 says, chapter 4 verse 6 says, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle of the blood 7 times before the Lord, before the veil of the sanctuary. 7 times. Yes, Mama Joy, that is correct. Okay, next question. We have 3 more questions, guys. I'm presenting an offering. My offering is leaven and it has honey on it. Am I going to be accepted or not? Is my offering going to be accepted or not? My offering is both of leavened bread and has honey in it. Is it going to be accepted or not? Come on, guys. Answer to me. Answer to me. Yeah, Christine come with 7. Yes, you are right, Christine. 7 is right. Mama Joy came in with it first. But the next question might be yours, Christine. You should be able to get this one. If I present my offering and my offering is made with leaven flour and honey, is it going to be accepted or not? Mama Joy said accepted. Christine says no. Yes, Christine, you are right. No, it will not be accepted. Let's go check it out in chapter 2 and verse 11. Randy in the place. Randy, how are you doing? Chapter 2 and verse 11 says, no meat offering which he shall bring unto the Lord shall be made with leaven, for he shall burn no leaven, nor any honey in any offering unto the Lord. So no leaven and no honey. All right, you all need to remember that. No leaven and no honey. Okay? God is in the place. God, I remember you. I am wonderful, Randy. I am doing great. No, nothing leaving. Nothing It must all be unleavened, right, Chris? It must all be unleavened. Nothing to the Lord shall be leaven, nor have any honey. No honey and no leaven. Okay, there we go. All right. 3 more questions. Where should Aaron's hand be on the animal when he sacrifices the animal? That one is easy. Where should Aaron position his hand on the animal when he sacrifices the animal? Where should Aaron's hand be according to the instructions given to Moses? Where should Aaron's hand be? Yes, Winsome. I know so Winsome would I get that, you know. Yes, Winsome. On the head. Antonique! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Antonique is in the Antonique, what? How you doing? Antonique is in the place, guys. Welcome, welcome, Antonique. Antonique is another of our previous champions. Antonique is probably won the most, if not between. It should be a good run up between Antonique and Shelly the Boss as to how many games have been won already on the channel. I should start keeping a little tally, you know, of all the people who have won each week. Yeah, I might keep a tally so that when we finish the Bible, we see who gets the great award. Keep a tally of winners. All right, we might end up having to do that. Yes, but on his head, it should be. All right, Winsome got that one. Next question. If the offering is the first fruit, say your offering is the first fruit of your garden, should it be burnt? If your offering is the first fruit of your garden, of your orchard, of your whatever, should it be burnt? Watch out, Winsome coming up. Winsome come out strong, you people. It should not be burnt. You are right, Sister Winsome. And that is found in chapter 2 and verse 12. And it says, as for the oblation of the first fruit, so you can offer your first fruit as an atonement for your sins. So that's the oblation, is the sacrifice. As for the oblation of the first fruits, ye shall offer them unto the Lord, but they shall not be burnt on the altar. They shall not be burnt on the altar. I'm not doing good enough, guys. We have 2 questions to go. 2 questions to go, guys. For those of you who are just coming in, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, share out the stream, invite your friends and your friends and your friends' friends to come on over. It's kind of late now for this one. It's not too late for them come over and just spend a little time and hit the like button. But certainly next week we're gonna have another program because I'm gonna be off. I don't have anywhere to rush to. You're gone again, Antonique. All right, no problem, sis. It's always a pleasure to see you, my love. Thank you so much for stopping by. There is one thing that must be on every meat offering. Every meat offering. Yes, when some have to go to work, you know. What should accompany every meat offering, guys? When some have got the people them work, you know. Next week we are gonna have a long time because next week we can start at 5 or 6. Christine, me and you. Christine, say I would like to know what was the purpose of all the sacrifices. All of these sacrifices, them a sacrifice them peace offering if they make war with each other. Them a sacrifice them meat offering if they sin. whichever sin, if them break the Sabbath, if them dishonor them parents, because remember by this time they've already gotten the 10 commandments. So anything them sin about based on the 10 commandments, them have to. That's why these days, I don't understand. People get so heavy-handed on people when they say, oh, people break commandments or stuff like that. But I'm saying, even back then, the people them couldn't stay in a stiff jacket all day long, walking the straight and narrow. They were always sinning. We're always sinning and falling short. They're always sin. So every day, that is why earlier I said, I can only imagine at the tabernacle every single day, the lines were supposed to be as long as an immigration line in the 1990s. Yeah, supposed to be long, because every day the children of Israel were plentiful, So imagine all of them coming with their little fowl underneath their ham, their little turtle dove, their little pigeon. Them are come with their ear of corn for them sacrifices. And trust me, even just coming and standing in that long line, they're probably sinning, because they're standing in that long line waiting to go up to Aaron and his sons to have their sacrifices taken, to see whether or not it is accepted. And then while they're standing in there, while they're standing in the line, the lady next to them, the lady next to the man is his neighbor's wife. And him a look on her and say, look, I'm turn up in a long line and this son at man. When Mukura went go home with brother John wife. You never know, guys. You were thinking. Right there, so he must sin right there. So again, he need to get one next ram goat. He need to go get. Because he might come for one sin, and by just standing in that long line, he must sin some more. So he need to just walk with the whole herd. And as him sin along, by the time he reach up to Aaron, him just go give him the whole I'm heard. Because it just Emma, how are you doing, my love? How are you doing? So good to see you. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button. I know you always forget. Right? See, I did say, thank God for grace. Exactly. Thank God for grace. Mama Joy said, the answer is savory. All right. See, they can't say they were what, 7 million strong. There was a whole heap of them, man. There was a whole lot of them, because remember, they multiplied abundantly. So there was a whole heap of them. And imagine all of them when they sin. Every day them sin, them have to go and go present their little offering. Jehovah Jesus, that's not normal. Could not be sustainable. So just let me, believe me. Believe you me. But me would have to walk with a couple more sacrifices. Trust me. Because just walking there, what? Who that in the line there, so Obama? What? I'm missing again. Missing again. Me need one next goat. Me need oh my gosh. We need one heap more hairs of corn. We need one heap more things to sacrifice. Trust me, that walk with extra sacrifices everywhere I go. Every day, me that there the sanctuary. Every day. Just I believe. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine how miserable those people. No wonder they started to rebel. Because that was absolutely ridiculous. No wonder the children of Israel started to rebel. And they said they were rebellious people. Wouldn't you rebel? Me would have rebelled too. Because every day all of my life, me spend standing up in a line, and offer sacrifice. And by the time I reach up in the line, I'm looking at Aaron's eyes. Me need one next ram goat. You know, right? It could all. It could not be sustainable. Maribel is in the house. ¿Cómo está Maribel? ¿Cómo está mi amor? Maribel, hello. How are you? What is the topic today? Today is Thursday, Maribel, and it's Thursday. We're doing Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia. So we are doing our questions from the book of Leviticus, chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is where the questions come from for tonight's game show. Thank you so much, Maribel, for coming. And there is my brother, Overton, is in the house. What? You can imagine Overton. Are you in the line? Lord of mercy. We need 2 more dozen goats. Because I'm going to sing. Trust me. Aaron, before I bring up this goal, I'm on scene. So how many more need to go back to get? Oh my God. Thank you for coming, Overton, what time for you now? What bedtime are you there at work? Because it's late. It's late for you now. I would have had to give up. Actually, Christine, me would I give up to God? No, I would have to give up. I would have to give up because you can't have no pigeon for yourself. You can't have a pigeon. You can't have a turkey dove. You can't have nothing. It's like every single animal you ever have end up going for sacrifice. Was asking for you last night on our live stream. He says a long time him don't see you. Oh, me did there work, man. Me did there work. So me ain't check him. Me go back, go check. The JJ said me, all right, man. After me see my eat the East Indian mango, so it want to just tear up the East Indian mango. So I'm there here, can't even some frozen mango me end up buy. Some frozen mango me end up buy M&G. My gosh. Chris, yes, Chris. Every day you stand up in a line. Every day you stand up in a line and offer. Me over TikTok I look for you. Oh, you didn't look for me over TikTok. Oh, me never connect to TikTok for the live this evening. My bad. Don't make any text me. No, should I text me? Let me see if you text me before I open my big mouth and see your name text me. Yeah, you know, should I text me and say, Trev, where you there? Let me tell you, say, what? 102 messages. What's my people message me say? Somebody dead? We can't deal with that now. 202 messages for Jesus. What I say, he at work. Let me see what else on the Trev. Your number need to show up big like Unstoppable one. Yeah, maybe me need to fix up it. Yeah, me I think about a way of do it, of fix it up. No worry on yourself. No worry on yourself. No worry on yourself. Me I go fix it. It kind of small down there, so for true. But me I go fix it. Me have an idea. Me have an idea of how to fix it. So me I go fix it. No worry yourself. No worry yourself. Somebody be like Unstoppable one. Lord have mercy. If people, accuracy say, if people don't do, it's a miracle these animals didn't go extinct. A true man. A true, if the people never rebel, it's card. If the people never rebel, the poor animal them would have go extinct. Believe me. Because every day, man, it's too much, man. For so much people I carry so much cow and goat and sit and come sacrifice. No, sir. If people don't do offerings anymore, what do they do? Well, you see, the thing is, Chris, we don't carry sacrifices anymore. I guess that's where the prayer comes in. I guess that's where prayer comes in and grace. So we don't have to do that anymore because that could not be sustained throughout the ages. Because if we should go by the times from this time here when these events occur, until now, no animal would left for earth. So, sorry guys, may I sip my little tea before it cool? So that definitely could not be sustained. Now we just pray and ask for mercy. Is that what we do now, Mama Joy? Is that what we do now, guys? We pray and ask for mercy because we don't carry sacrifices no more. I think that's what we do to get atonement for our sins. I don't know. I could not afford it. And that's true. Me couldn't pay for, I could not be able to pay for the sin. So it's either that me carry the animals, go get atonement for my sin, or them throw me out of the of being among them and throw me out of the congregation. This fellowship me. This fellowship me make me go and go Rome and live in sin. But I can't afford it now. I can't afford it now. Oh, Chef, not going to tease you again with these mangoes. You're right. You're right. You're not going to tease me again with these mangoes. You're right. I see you with a big old piece of St. Vincent yam the other night. I see you with a big old piece of St. Vincent yam. Where you say your neighbor can come give your mama. Present your body as a living sacrifice before the Lord in the age of grace. Okay, there you go, guys. There you go. God said it. We pray. That's why we do not have to carry the sacrifice anymore. Okay. Everybody would have had to own a herd of animal. But Chris, even if everybody own a herd of animal, you're not going to have enough animal, because which day is going to go by that you don't sin? Which day? No day. No day is going to go by that you don't sin. And every time you sin, you have to carry the animal. I have to go stand up in the line to present the animal. And by the time you come out of the line, you already seen 10 more times. You just come out and go join back, go grab one of the goat and join back the back of the line. Grab one of the cow and join back the back of the line. Because you already seen again. You understand? By just murmuring, see, after that's a long line, it's so long. You already seen again. So you have to get one next fowl, one next turkey dove, or one next pigeon and go stand again at the back of the line. It was a ridiculous thing. Now we understand when we hear people say, "Oh, Bible ridiculous" and stuff. Sometimes I used to get quite defensive and be like, "What? Yeah, blaspheme or whatever." But we see it really for ourselves. We realize that these instructions were really absurd, really ridiculous. Okay. God would still be multiplying more animal. His sacrifices were still going on. Yes, Mama Joy, but how much more multiply they could have multiply? Because it's not like you can just switch a magic wand and an animal appear. Them still have to carry the baby for the 9 months. And at the rate at which everybody, I remember say, humans still having children, the more the population boom, the more people there is to sin, the more sacrifices there are to offer. By this time, the whole church has spewed with blood everywhere, because all the blood of the animals they kill, they got to sprinkle. Can you imagine what sprinkling up? Can you imagine that plate in the church, the smell stink? Raw blood, stale blood. Can you imagine how it smells stink? Come on now, guys. Let's be real. Let's be real. Me don't ever want to be in a church day. It's supposed to smell terrible. Because remember, they have to kill the animal and sprinkle the blood. And sprinkle the blood under the altar and all of that. You don't know how stale blood smell. Jesus is our atonement once and for all. End of story. Maxine, that was the dream. You a dream. I know this little girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty is like a bunch of roses. And if I ever tell you about Maxine, you would have say, I don't know what that now, but murder she wrote. Welcome, Maxine. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Mama Joy says, well, we would never know the mystery of the Lord. Yes, Mama Joy, a lot of this is entrenched in all this mystery. I'm not argue the mystery, but the but the reality of it, while the children of Israel were offering all these sacrifices, not one place that I have seen where there was a magic wand being swung and more animals were coming out of this magic wand. It was the same process of animals procreating among themselves and having young animals that were being used for the sacrifice. There wasn't a magic wand, not like there was a magic wand being swung and then 1,000 animals would show up from the swinging of this magic wand. It was still the same natural process of having these animals. So, and I don't think that would ever change. I think that was ever going to change. But you know, and this is why we read the book ourselves, because what it says and what somebody tell you it says is completely different from your understanding when you read it for yourself and get your own understanding. But at the same time, you know, never answer the question. Don't make me chat, and don't hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button for me, please. What should accompany a meat offering? Mama Joy had said, Sarah, I'm going to give Mama Joy the answer. She said, savory, that salt. It says, all meat offerings should have salt on them, all of them. That's the one thing that must be on all meat offering. And if you think I'm not telling you the truth, let's look at Leviticus chapter 2 and verse 13 says, and every oblation, an oblation is an offering, and every oblation of thy meat offering shall thou season with salt. Yes. All right. Yes, Chris, that is right. Mama Chris says, a friend of mine baptized one Sunday and went back to do it again. When I asked her why, she said right after she baptized last Sunday, she had to go home and cuss out her kids and thump down her husband. Yeah. So she go baptize again. That was one thing that I was always had a question about. You know, growing up, I would see people who were professed Christians and they were baptized several times. They will go back every time there is a crusade. They will go back and get baptized again. And I thought, why would you need to be baptized so many times? It's like I still didn't really get it. And I remember one time Pastor tried to explain it to me. That it was okay if somebody felt like they had gone so far away from God that they needed to reconsecrate themselves to Him. Then they needed to be baptized again. And I just thought, if I need to reconsecrate to Him, why do I need to baptize again? I still never got it. And here it comes up again. I don't know, maybe later on in the readings, I might get an understanding as to why getting baptized a second time, a third time, a fourth time is justified in the Christian sight, because it's supposed to do something to their soul. We have all sinned and come short. There is none of us among us who is pure and holy and without sin. But it is up to each of us to get our own redemption and present ourselves in our own way in front of whoever we believe in. You know, it is not up to me to say you must believe in this, what I believe in. It's not up to me to say you shouldn't believe in whatever you believe in. It is up to you. I don't see the point of you baptizing several times, because we are always going to sin. Always. We are always going to sin, when we know it and when we know it not. Because she sinned, she said, but you always are going to sin. She always is going to sin. There is no way you can escape sinning. And you sin and you know it, and you sin and you don't know that you have sinned. So we just have to live. Live, guys. Live, and live good. Live good with each other. May I beg you know? Yes, that's what we do. I don't know, Maxine. I don't know why they keep doing, but some people love being baptized. I don't know if they're trying to get water to wash away their sins. I am not sure why they do it, but a lot of people do it. We sin every day. Why should one be exactly? That would be the same thing. That would be the same thing like the children of Israel presenting these sacrifices for every single sin. So if every time you sin, you think you have to get baptized, you go better as well turn fish and go live in the water because you need to be constantly get baptized. Water can't wash away the sin. Yeah. So it has to be by grace. You present your case in front of the Lord, however you choose, and answer to him. Answer to him, however you choose. Okay? All right. We got that. The salt. Did we finish, guys? I think we are. I think we are. I think we are done, guys. I think that was the last question. I think that was the last question, guys. So now we are talking for a little bit, but they might as well. Vibes with the Thompson family. How are you doing, Vibes? Vibes with the Thompson family. How are you doing, sister? Vibes, how many tea I do recently? What many tea vibes I do recently? Oh my word. Sometimes me terrible. Guys, but you know, so they can always send me when you are on lives. When you are on your live or when you send out one video, or text it to me. So I can see because going around this YouTube here, the more people you have going around YouTube, give you, you can't reach everybody. You can't reach to everybody. There we go. Oh yeah, I think we need to see that. All right, let me see what else they say. Trev, what for your dinner tonight? Mr. Winsome, for my dinner tonight, me just have my oatmeal and then me I drink with tea. Yes, Winsome. My tea kind of coolish, but me I drink it still. Yes, them. God, uno wrong in the chat, uno wrong. Jesus, uno not easy, uno wrong. Uno wrong, uno cannot be wronger. Uno very wrong. All right, there we go. Okay, me think of soup. No, sir. Oh, okay. Vibes is going live tomorrow at 1 p.m. All right, when me wake up for that, because I'm gonna come home from work tomorrow, may I sleep. Yeah, people who have their lives like in the mornings, oftentimes not see me. Me usually roam the internet, like when we just come off work, so I see like Mikey laughs, Mrs. Charm's lifestyle every now and then. Might run into some of my friends from Africa, from the Philippines. But then after me go sleep, me usually miss my people on this side lives until me wake up maybe like 3-4 o'clock. Yeah, we just have to go and roll with the punches, yeah, guys. We can't meet up on everybody every day. It's not possible. But we have to just go on. We have to just go and roll with the tide. But no soup today, Sister Winsome. No soup. I don't have no pumpkin. So if I don't have pumpkin, I don't cook no soup. This is just my little tea. Messy. How much have you lost up to Trev? How much have you lost? How much were wait? Sister Maxine, you can't call me out. So I wonder sometimes you got no laugh after some of the things we do. You know, it's true, Christine. True, sometimes I believe, I was calling your phone just now. You don't call me. Ready? I'm gonna see you. True, over time you call me for true. True, you call me for true. But me miss it. I miss it right here, so I have the phone right here saying about me miss it. Oh, sorry. Sorry, baby. Me miss it. It's holiday for us in the UK today and tomorrow. The Queen are run her thing. Oh, yes. And the Queen Jubilee now 70 years she's up on the throne. Papa Jesus, 70 years. She's sitting on the throne. Sitting on the throne just as from my mother little pitney. From my mother, yeah, they are knee. They below our knee. She up on the throne. My word. My word. Why should I stop following? Over time, stop following me. Y'all gonna know over time, you know. Yeah, I miss the call. You don't call me for true. You was calling me for true overtime. I missed it. Yeah, I miss your call. I miss it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You want it out loud or you want it just between me and you? Okay, make a the reasoning here out loud, guys. Yeah, overtime. Talk to me.
So often. Because you see, with Christians, we becoming a child of God. It's not we don't. It's not as soon as we baptize, we become perfect. Perfection is a daily walk. Perfection is something that it's not, as you come out from the water, you become perfect. So to become perfect with God or to become close to God, we have to take it as a daily walk. So when people going, and the Bible tells us only one baptism the Bible tells us about. It only tells us about one baptism. So when people go back every 5 minutes and think, oh, me think I just want to be it. That's why they go. Sorry to say, but that's why
I don't want some fish.
Yes, then just want beard. And then throw somebody beard, then beard. Because for the life of it, if you read the Bible properly, this water don't wash away your sin.
Exactly.
It's the relationship that you have with God.
Exactly.
You have to form that relationship with God. So if you don't have that relationship, we'll never get nowhere with Him. So this water, every 5 minutes you go into the water can be a biscuit.
Sure.
Make no
agree.
sense.
Yes,
It makes no sense.
I agree.
And I often say that it's because people want beard why they go every 5 minutes. Because I know people do it. I know of people who do it. I know of one. Right now I can tell you of a lady who maybe if she not baptized about 50 times, she not baptized yet.
It's true. I tell you, when I was young, I asked Pastor, I know the answer Pastor give me was just so rambling and go around the corner and go down the road and come back.
And for a pastor, that answer is so wrong.
Yeah, just all over the place. Like, why? I still get it. Why?
I spoke to somebody once a couple years ago and we were talking. And the person said to me, Everton, I went and she renewed her baptism vow. And the only reason why she did it is because she was in the church for a period of time. And then she left and she went back into the world again. And she did her thing and she said she did her run. And when she was coming back, she said, you know what? I feel like if I just go back, it won't be enough for me. That was a different story. But if you get up every 6 weeks and say you go wash it, you go back go baptize, make no sense.
No sense.
You're marking yourself as well as you're marking God.
Dear sir. Right there, sir. I agree with you.
Because somebody said God slung and laugh. Yeah, then ask me the same question. If you slung and laugh after when we do the stupid thing.
Oh my God. And Christine say, but the man must laugh when he see my foolishness, then what we do. And you are so right. You know, nobody is perfect. We can't even strive for perfection. It is not within the human realm to be perfect. There is nothing called perfection in humanity, in us as humans.
No. And as a child of God, there are different levels that we have to go before we can get to close. If we not even get close, in a different level that we have to go before we can actually reach to a level where we can say, yes, we have a full connection with God. It's very, very hard.
Very.
So nobody is no perfect. Not even, the Bible said not even one.
Nobody. All right.
The only person the Bible talk about that was come close to perfection was Job. Job, yes. Job is the only one that the Bible said came to close to perfection. Came close to it because he was. The Bible tells us that in everything that Job did, even when Job was stripped of everything he had, the only thing that Job did was curse the day that he was born. Yeah. Even when his friends were forsaken, he did not sin. All he did was curse the day that he was born. So Job was the only man that came close to it.
I'm glad to me and Christine are related to Job. Not you, Christine. We are not descendants of Job. Baptism is just an outward action to an inward confession, profession of your faith. Exactly. How many times are you going to do it to show that you have abandoned, say, the world, so to speak, and you have totally reconciled yourself and presented yourself to the Lord? How many times?
When you take on water baptism, you show the world that it is a symbol that you show the world that, listen, I am no more a part of this world. I am now taking another step where I want to get closer to God. So it's just a symbol between us, between we representatives of God. I don't like to cut up about Christian because I don't like to use the word Christian. Mm-hmm. I get so tired of using it now. It gets yelled. I don't like using it. But to become a part of God's children, it's water. When you take that first water baptism, it's a symbol that you have now make a decision that you are leaving the world behind and taking a step to go get closer to God.
Exactly.
That is what it's for. So when you take 10 and 15 and 20 and 100 baptism,
make a difference.
I just wash I go just I go pay the one pay them.
Yeah, it not make no difference.
It doesn't do nothing.
Well, Christine said, I want to know if the pastor them get paid. Of course, them get paid by the number of people them baptized. You never know that? Yes, Sister Christine.
Well, some churches do. Some churches do pay.
Yeah, them get paid according to the number. Do. So if you want to go baptized each time pastor have crusade, add him number because you will be counted each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be counted.
So if it's a church where the church have to pay the pastor for ministry or for doing the work, every time you go baptize, the pastor get paid.
Exactly. But Maxine said that's madness. That's the only time she have a bath. Or when she go baptize. When she go baptize, Maxine. You guys are something else.
I did baptism twice. And the reason why I did baptism twice, when I got baptized first, I was baptized in a revival church. Now I've been going to that revival church for years, and I've been going until one day I get fed up and say, you know what? We can't take them people there no more. We can never find somewhere else go. And I went to a Pentecostal church, fall in love with the church and think, oh yes, me go worship here so. And we got to the pastor at the time, and I said to him, I want to be a part of the church, but I've already baptized. Him said, no. Him said, no, you're not baptized yet. You need to baptize again. But because I love the worship and I wanted to worship with them, I went and do the baptism. Trying to believe me, said, from the baptized, me not go back in the church.
You're kidding. You're kidding. No, we shouldn't laugh because that's serious.
I don't go back.
Oh, I hear these people. So, Overton are one of them. We are baptized multiple times. But Overton. Overton, you are not easy. So, what do you mean by you don't go back? Why you baptized? Where we go take this?
I'm baptized in the Pentecost church. I have not been back.
How long ago that is?
That was almost 20 years, 25 years ago.
Jehovah Jireh.
My first baptism was when I was 17. I got baptized at the age of 17 in the Revival Church. And I was there until about 18, 19, when I decided, we can't take that problem no more. We can't take them no more. They get too much trouble and we can't bother with it. And I walked away from the church.
Oh.
And that was when I went. I think I was about 19, 20, because shortly after I got baptized, I left Jamaica. So I was about 20 when I got the second baptism. And if you tell them about baptized in night, I'm going to go back to the church.
No, about that. You need to go back to the Lord.
No, I have been back to church, but I have not been back to that church.
You don't go back at that church.
No.
So you saw me talk about guys said the baptism really not no.
It's nothing. That is just a symbol. It's just the water. The baptism is just a symbol. And people, as a person said, God, me don't know, God must laugh after.
And say it is the same thing as you say. In my faith, the denomination that I support.
Yeah.
All right. If you're baptized and say them claim your sin. So say for instance, you have a child out of wedlock. If you have a child out of wedlock, them disfellowship you. So them cast you out. You are no longer among the flock. And those things kind of get me.
But you know, by right is not, they should not disfellowship you. What they should do, what the church do in that case like that, if you get pregnant out of wedlock, you still come to church, but you don't take part in nothing that happens in the church.
Yeah.
You can still come to church. Well, the church I used to go, what they used to do, if you get pregnant outside of wedlock, and you're not married, you don't have no husband. What they do, they put you at the back of the church. They put you at the back of the church. You come to church and
Overton.
Yes.
Overton. Can't say the next time you go back to church, you have to go care 100 she goat.
me never buy them deals because we couldn't pay for nice.
100 she goat pay a sacrifice, Overton.
I couldn't pay for nice.
Your sins are too many.
In this pregnancy thing, you don't have to get baptized again. What you do after you have your baby and you decide to come back into the church, then they give you right in the fellowship back into the church.
But you have to baptize over.
That is wrong.
That is what my denomination does. You have to come back, you have to baptize over and be reordained in the church of some sort. I mean,
So what they do then is that they literally strip you completely.
They strip you completely, throw you out, and then when you come back, they baptize you again. And
so they literally put you out of the church.
Yes, they put you out.
And the Bible, and you cannot put a person out of the church. You're not supposed to put a person out of the church. If you put them out of the church and anything happens to them, you are solely responsible to them.
You would think, huh? People don't truly believe in the Almighty God. And you know, so I think I really don't believe in a Maxime. I don't think so. But I think so. But the thing is too, people's faith wanes over time. You know, it's like you are going to school, and you are looking forward to a time period when you're looking forward to your graduation. So you know that you're going to study this, whatever you're going to study for this period of time, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and you look towards the graduation at the end. Yeah. It is not so with with Christianity, you know, the baptism and looking forward to this end of the world, this coming of the Lord, all of this. It's like a perpetual looking that never ends. Despite the fact that we say, yes, God I go come, man, this I go change, and that we still see the world get worse and worse, and we see generation after generation die, and the end never seemed to be anywhere in sight. So people's faith wanes. Huh?
You see, the thing is, there is so much to happen. There's so much has to happen before we can actually, the world can come to an end. There's a lot of things have to happen. And right now, we can, if we look at what's going on in the world and look at what the Bible says, we can estimate that yes, maybe we're close to it, because a lot of things that the Bible tells us that is going to happen are happening right now. It is happening right now. So if we look at what the Bible says about what's going to happen, and it also said, there's a part in Revelation that says, when we see these things, the time has not yet come. So we have to read the Bible and understand it well. Even though we see some of them signs that go on, God not ready yet, and I will not know when He's going to come, as well as Him can say, listen, I'm going to shorten it, because He went into, I think in Revelation, He said, He will shorten the days for His elect's sake. So when we see them things that happen, we have to look up. It might not run the corner, it might not next week or the other week or next year, but yes, He's coming. That is a surety, He's coming.
All right. Remember, see, Christine says, I agree, Overton. They should not block you from praising God. What happened to forgiveness?
They should not.
My church put you out. Them read out your name in a members meeting, and the people them vote and say, yes, you shall be put out. And then put you out.
Trev, let me ask a question now. What if that means that them did go to the woman and the young man.
They do it to women and men.
So let me ask a question now. As a young man, if I get a girl pregnant in the church and they decide to put me out the church and then put me out today and something happen to me tomorrow, what
they're not responsible for you, brother. After they're not responsible for you.
The Bible says if you turn away the person from the church,
then they're not done with you, brother. They're not responsible for you nor your soul. I put them put you out. That is your punishment.
No, that is so wrong.
That is your punishment. Say that on your own, my friend.
That is so wrong. So wrong.
It can be seen as, you know, being wrong, being crude, being cruel. But in any event, there are rules and regulations wherever you go. And
this is you don't put the person out, but you put them at the back of the church. They come worship, but they not take part in nothing that you're doing. They can't take supper. They cannot.
They can't take communion, but they can still throw their offering.
They come and throw their offering and then worship. You cannot stop them.
How fear is that? So me can't take part in the church. Me can't, but me fi come control my offering. But I'm not glad they take my money.
No. You cannot be, if you are, say for instance, you're an evangelist and you get pregnant outside a Wendock. As an evangelist, they put you at the back of the church. So your evangelist title is now being, make us revoke. But you as a Christian is not put out of the church. You're still a member of the church, but your title is now being revoked until after you have the baby and you decided that no, now I feel like it's time for me to come back to do my duties. But you cannot put you out the church just like that. It's wrong.
Well, I don't believe in it, but at the same time I don't make the rules. And honestly speaking, everywhere has rules and regulation.
Yes.
So you're either abide by the rule, because when you go in my denomination in particular, when you go, they tell you, just before you go get baptized, you are told the rules and the regulations. They don't believe in no jewelry, no makeup, no sex outside of wedlock, all of these things. And you agree, you hold your hand up and you agree that yes, you are going to abide by these. They tell you, if you are found to be responsible for breaking any of these laws, any of these rules, your punishment is going to be that you are going to be disfellowshipped. So you know what to expect if you break any of these rules. So it's not new to you. It is not new to you. But to me, it just seems like ungodly for you to turn your back on somebody who is clearly in need, in need of forgiveness, in need of deliverance, in need of comfort, in need of a hand to hold, in need of encouragement, somebody who is in need. And that is the time you turn your back on them, forgetting the fact that we all have fallen and come short. We all have sinned and come short. Yes. The church should counsel the person living in this sin and help them.
Do you know that some church? If say for instance now, my mother is a member of the church. She sings on the choir. She does everything in the church. If I live in my mom's house and get a girl pregnant, they put her off the roster.
So well, after she get the girl pregnant?
Because I live in the house.
Oh, you see, a lot of these things are archaic, coming from these long times, from when people have to carry all the fowl under their arm and the goat on their head, go give to Aaron for slaughter. Yeah, a lot of these come from those long times. That is so true.
If I get pregnant, I'm living in my mom's house. The moment the church finds out that girl is pregnant and it's short of me responsible for it, my mother have to come down after the rostrum and go sit down at back bench until when time the baby born to go back up there.
Oh, ridiculous. And I think I'm gonna say this too. Sorry for cutting over time. I'm gonna say this too before we wrap up, guys. You know, all of these archaic rules came about, and because we are coming from a very submissive society when it comes on to religion. We are very submissive. You join a denomination. These are the rules. These are the expectations. Nobody rocks the boat. Nobody wants to rock the boat. You go with it. The most them can do to you is disfellowship you and you come out. But there has been an uprising. People are not rebelling about what the rules are, and so nowadays this new generation of people are not so submissive. So we find that younger generations are getting up there asking questions, serious questions that our generation and those before us never asked. We just go by and get by. You know, we don't question anything, especially when it comes to the church and Christianity. But nowadays, we see that it is worth questioning. It's worth asking questions. It is worth reading for yourself and getting your own understanding. Not just sit down and be told what is expected of you, but read it for yourself and understand it. Whether or not you believe it, that's not up for questioning, because that is up to you. You know, but it pays. It pays to get your own understanding of what all of this is about. Because I am going to be honest with you guys, since I have been reading the Bible in such depth as we have, and come back here and keep refreshing my mind about it, there's so much that I have learned that I never realized before. And now that I've gotten a chance to think about it, I realize, damn, like, there were some absolutely ridiculous requests of mankind back then. So I'm hoping that as we continue to read and understand some more, that we will get an understanding as to the purpose our purpose, the purpose we have towards ourselves as human beings and towards each other.
To show ourselves approved.
Yes.
Because if we don't study it, we don't know it.
Exactly.
And we cannot depend on the pastor to keep telling us because they are human themselves.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is where we are right now, guys. It is now 12 minutes after. You all know I got to go to the place I place the bills. I gotta go, guys. So let me see who is the winner tonight. Tonight's winner is Mama Joy. Mama Joy got 7 points tonight in our Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia. Mama Joy was the winner tonight, and our first runner up was Shelly the Boss. So we have mom and daughter who won tonight, coming first and second. Chris came in third with 3. Winsome came in 4th. And to think that Winsome came in late, but Winsome was able to snag some points. Kudos to you, Winsome. Thank you so much, Mama Joy. Thank you so much to everybody who came into the live. Everton, you and I will continue that conversation. I'm
gonna go upstairs and come back down so we can have the conversation.
No, we are not going to have the conversation differently because I'm going to work. But yes, sweetheart, we are going to continue this conversation because it is rather interesting and everybody has a perspective on it and a point of view on it, and everybody's point of view is accepted over here because we try to learn from each other. We don't have to agree. Yes, we don't have to agree, but we can learn. We can learn something. Yes, because it's not just about us and what we think or what we believe to be true. All right, guys, let me go down the chat.
The Bible is a mystery that we will not understand it all by ourselves.
Exactly.
We will not understand it all by ourselves. Anyway, I've got to go deliver these things, so we talk later.
Okay, my love, you take care of yourself. Let me go down and read all the comments so I do not leave anybody hanging. The church, Christine says the church should counsel. Thank you, Everton. We'll talk later, son. The church should counsel the person about living in sin and how to follow the word of God. Yes, that I think it would be the responsibility of the church, but each church does things differently. Solomon Temple has to be rebuilt. That's not done yet, and so much added things more to add. Okay, that's another part. Plenty Church is not about it vibes. You are correct. A lot of it operates as a business rather than what our perception of a church should be. But you have to understand that wherever money is exchanging hands is also a business, right? Okay, Lord never forsake anyone. Exactly. Look up for your redemption. Redemption cometh, praise the Lord. What a wonderful freedom, glory to his name. I'm out of the bondage and into the freedom. Redemption cometh, praise the Lord. Redemption cometh, praise the Lord. What a wonderful freedom, glory to his name. We are out of the bondage and into the freedom. Redemption cometh. Praise the Lord. All right, guys, we're gone. Thank you all for stopping by with us, guys. Your blood is on their hands. Maxine says, well, take my money, but you can't take part in my church. There you go, Maxine. That's what I agree with. They will take your money gladly, but they will no longer keep you in the church because you have sinned and come short of the glory. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. They do. So all these people don't even follow the rules of that is the thing, because they themselves can't keep it. These rules, and some of them, there we go. We are very opinionated. Yes, Christine, you are right. Know it for yourself. There you go, Mama Joy. Thank you all so much, guys. Let's all congratulate Mama Joy for winning this evening. Thank you all so much for coming, guys. It was another great show of Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia. on my channel, Trevessence Unstoppable. If you have not yet hit the subscribe button, now is a great time to do so. If you did not hit the like button yet on this live, guys, hit the like button on your way out. Thank you all so much for coming in, and to my dear friend Overton, who was online sharing his experience with us. We sincerely appreciate that. Thank you all so much, my friends. Until next time, this is Trev from Trevessence. As usual, you know that your journey matters, and we will see each other again next Thursday. Next Thursday, this time at this place, where we will be having our next Swords in Hand / Bible trivia. And next week's game is going to be from Leviticus chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. I will be narrating those chapters and putting it up on the channel so that you all can listen to it and be ready and prepared for next week's game. All right, thanks to everybody who came in. Shelly the Boss, Mama Joy, Card, Vibes, Overton, Christine, Yard Foods. I cannot possibly call everybody's name. So many people were here. I thank you all so much for having come, having stayed with us, and as usual, we will see each other. You all have a fantastic evening until we meet again, guys. Ciao, guys. Good night.